Hey guys, it's Cliffe here, and well done to Finn reaching the end of 2020. It's been quite a challenging year for all of us, and I thought as we've just made it to the end of the year, I want you to a quick kind of review of the year for me, what it's been like, what's happened, just about life in general really. So lots of things we can talk about. The guitar side of things is pretty simple. I sold 2 guitars, I bought 2 guitars, status quo. Sold 2 of my Fender Strats. One had already been agreed before the start of the year, but because I sold one in December, one in January, and then one around by Easter time, I think. And then bought the 2 Sirs that you've seen in videos over the last couple of days. Basses have been more significant additions. There have been 4 added to my collection. I would have given 2 away, not 2 of those, but 2 basses away had we been back in the UK in May when we planned to, but obviously 2020, so that didn't happen, so they're still sat ready to be given away when we get back to the UK, whenever that is. I haven't really added much else in the way of, I think there's maybe the odd 1 or 2 pedals, but nothing particularly significant. I think there was a Xander Circuitry Seaver that came in, maybe a Mad Professor pedal or 2, but that's basically been it this year. I've been fairly restrained, I think. Life has been odd. At the start of the year we were in England, or possibly just on the way back. I can't remember exactly what happened in terms of New Year last year. And then, as you know, if you've followed me for any time, we've travelled a lot while we've been in Hong Kong. So at Chinese New Year, which was the last week in January, we were in Thailand, in Phuket. Had a fun few days. Interesting city. I'm not sure it's my favourite kind of place by any means, but we had a relaxing holiday there. And then we got the news that this virus that had previously only existed in Wuhan had got into Hong Kong, and they were closing all the schools, and then later the travel was going to be restricted, and then it got to Europe and travel got more restricted and flights got cancelled, and it just became a very different year than anyone expected. Now we've been very fortunate. We've maintained our health. I had a little bit of sinusitis, which I'm pretty sure is just from wearing a mask all the time. But other than that, not had any significant ailments at all, which have been very, very fortunate about. But it's been a challenging time. Lots of online teaching, which has been fun and pretty rewarding for the most part. The most difficult bit was when we were having to do hybrid teaching, where we've had some students in class and some students are on the Zoom online. That's been really difficult, and that's really made life quite challenging for us. The most significant change in our life obviously was upping sticks, leaving our free accommodation in the school as Eva left her job, and we came to work at the charity here at Crossroads, and moved into the accommodation here. So we're having to pay rent and not earn any income or anything like the income we were. But that's fine, because let's face it, we can't go anywhere, so we're not spending money on holidays. And it's been so rewarding to be a part of this community and to give back in all the ways we've been able to. So that's been a real blessing in what has otherwise been a pretty naff year. We're very glad to have made that step, and life, we really feel we've given back. And initially, by now, we would have finished. We'd said that we would stay until Christmas, and as I'm filming this, it's the 28th of December. So, we were due to be heading back to Europe in some kind of way, or potentially traveling for a few months. Obviously, that as well has all gone completely out the window. So it's been, just an odd year. We've definitely missed visiting home, visiting family and friends. But we're I think all of us really more fortunate than we realise, from the fact that in 2020, we do have a good high-speed internet connection and video conferencing hardware and software and stuff, so that we are able to keep in touch with people. And in fact, there have been people I've probably been more in touch with this year than I have for many years. So that's been nice. And really, even 10 years ago, if a virus like this had hit the world, I don't think we would have been able to cope with it in anything like the same kind of way. Which isn't to underplay the whole mental health aspects of this year. It has been a challenge. I'm sure it's been a challenge for most of the people out there. It certainly has for me. Again, I've been fortunate. I've been able to put creative energy into things that I didn't expect to be doing. I have produced 69. This is the 70th video of the year on my YouTube channel, but 41 of those were music videos that I produced for church, and I'd certainly never expected to have done any of that this year. I also did 20 or so with other musicians at the church. So I've produced a lot of content this year, which has been really rewarding, and really something that when I didn't have much else going on, it was great to put creative energy into. That's definitely been a big part of my year. And again, it's all to do with the media and the facilities that we have available to us now that we just didn't have in the past. Really, grateful to have had these opportunities. And what I produce isn't for everyone, I'm sure, but it's been appreciated by the people who needed it. So I'm just feeling really, I've been really challenged. My mood has not always been great by any stretch of the imagination. I've had some significant ups and some significant downs, but I think overall, I think I said jokingly at one point that it's easy for those of us who are socially awkward because life isn't that different. And I guess in a sense, that is true. That if I was a outgoing, gregarious person who wanted to go out with my mates every night or whatever, then it would have been a much bigger culture shock this year. But for us, life has pretty much carried on. Yes, we've been restricted. Yes, we've not been able to travel. But for the most part, we've done very well, and we're happy. And I'm happy. I'm looking back on this year and thinking, I'm pretty pleased with how well it turned out in the end. So I think that is something that I personally am very grateful for. I'm very grateful for my YouTube community, getting very close to 700 subscribers now, which has seemed like a long time coming, but I'm glad that I'm about to reach that milestone. So as I look forward to 2021, I don't know what the future holds. We are here for the next 5 months. That is decided. I have a contract that expires on the 6th of June, as does Eva. She's doing some maternity cover back up at school, and again that's until the 6th of June. At that point we will be relocating from Hong Kong to somewhere. That somewhere is almost certainly going to be somewhere in Western Europe, but exactly where that place in Western Europe is, we do not know. So that's exciting and frustrating and slightly scary in kind of the, all at the same time. But yeah, we're just waiting to see what the future holds. But what definitely will be happening in 2021 is that I will be reducing the amount of gear I have. I certainly won't be buying anything new because, as happens a lot, certainly when you move from somewhere that doesn't have import duty or has lower rates of import duty to somewhere that has higher rates of import duty, you have to have owned what you have for a period of time, typically 6 months. Otherwise you have to pay import duty and tax and everything all over again, and we don't want to do that. So no more significant purchases or anything. Again, no more spending money on travel until such times as things open up again, and we are really hopeful that they will at some point. June in some ways could not come fast enough, as in we are ready to make our next step, but at the same time we want to make the most of these next 5 months and also face the challenges that come before us. Schooling is not going to be normal still in January in Hong Kong, so exactly how we deal with those situations will be something that's we still need to learn, because every term, every closure has been different. I think generally, for all the people that 2020 has been an awful year, it's been a challenging year, but I think if you've come out on top and if you've managed to keep your health, then you'll look back and think, I got past this, and that's awesome. And for me, that's very much how I'm looking at it, and that's very much how I'm looking forward to 2021. I believe it will be better. I still believe it will be challenging. It was going to take time for the world to settle down to anything resembling normal, and normal may not be what we had as normal before. But I really just want to thank everyone who's watched to this point. Really grateful for having this vehicle, this avenue to talk to you guys and share life from my little pod on the far side of the world. Take care, guys. Happy New Year, and I will see you at some point in 2021 with some new content that hopefully will be interesting to you all. All the best.